everyone, welcome back to Steins. In the last episode, we learned that Saren was full of a lot of secrets, and now we need to find the IBN 5100. Alright. I stepped out onto the street. Immediately, a bicycle skids to a stop in front of me. Hiya, Okabe Rintaro. Suzuha gets off her bicycle and gives me a strange greeting. I want to ask her, are you an American or something? But I'm distracted by her shiny bicycle. It's the same bicycle that was in front of the Braun Tube workshop yesterday. I guess it belongs to her. I wonder how much that set her back. I mean, it does look pretty expensive. Pretty nice technique there. Bicycles are fun, aren't they? I've never ridden one before coming here. You've never ridden a bicycle? Nope. I had ridden motorcycles before, though. Isn't that backwards? Weird girl. And what's with that flashy braking back there? I think it'd be pretty dangerous if she did that all through town. Beginners get cocky and get into accidents. You see that pattern all the time. If you're gonna go full speed, at least wear a helmet. Going to work now? Yep. The Braun Tube workshop's shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until around 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when, but it seems to change with Mr. Braun's moods. That's perfect. There's something we need to talk about. But I need to get the shop ready for business. Just what does this crummy old Braun Tube workshop need to get ready? Nothing really. Geez, I just mindlessly sleep in front of this shop. If I clean inside, the boss gets angry. Everything's where I need it to be, he says. So he's paying her not to clean? Something's wrong with that guy. So hear me out then. But I'm so tired. In other words, she doesn't feel like talking. I glare at her. But I check my mail right in front of her face. I didn't say anything about Akiba, nya. If you want to learn the truth of the world, then come to me at once, nya. It's time for the excuse me. It's time for Preluded to Ruin. The grand banquet to begin. Okay. I glare at her. You would be unwise to anger me. Does it have to be right now? My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all. But I still maintain my stern expression and nod. Then, go ahead. Suzuha shrugs her shoulders as she locks her bicycle and then turns to me. But keep it short, okay? Where is the IBM 5100? No intel yet. What? I don't know. Oh. But by the way you talked yesterday, it sure sounded like you knew. No, I know someone who knows. Then take me to them. I won't take no for an answer. Refuse and I'll show you a living hell. I can't. Come on, I even said I'd show you a living hell. I can't introduce you even if I wanted to. What do you mean? Don't tell me they're an imaginary... They've been dead for years. I'm sorry. Nah, it's okay. Anyways, there's nothing I can tell you. Honestly, I'm hoping you can tell me something. Suzuha pats me on the shoulder. Funny, you'd think I'm the one who's supposed to cheer her up. Just then, Mr. Braun opens the doors and makes his appearance. Hey, part-timer. It was only your third day, and you're late. Sorry, boss. The streets were a little crowded this morning. If you're not going to take this seriously, I can always give you the boot. Here? As for you, Okabe, don't you lay a finger on my part-timer. Aren't you the lecherous one here, Mr. Braun? Why, you just try saying something like that in front of Nay. I'll murder you. Gotta keep my honor as a father. Besides, I ain't got no use for a skinny kid like her. She's pretty scrawny. What was that? Take that back, boss. Suzuha's acting actually mad now. What? You mad? I'm not a kid, I'm a warrior. Ha! What are you talking about? Suzuha's burning passion has the manager shocked. I, on the other hand, am impressed. On impulse, I take Suzuha's hand and grasp it firmly. I like the look in your eye, you part-time warrior. They shine with the radiance of the beast unseen in modern men. Never forget those eyes of yours, and you shall surely change class from part-timer warrior to true warrior. But I'm already a warrior. Stay diligent in your training, and you shall have a place at my side on the field of Ragnarok. Suzuha looks confused. What's that? The final battle against Saren. You've got something like that planned? Count me in if you do. But I've never heard of it. Of course you haven't. This is the first time I've revealed it, for I shall be the one to initiate Ragnarok, and the world shall be reborn. Wow, you are brave, Okabe Rintaru. You'll probably fail, but I like your spirit. I wish my comrades were as spirited as you are. Apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. That way, I can form my own personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. Wait a second. Why does she assume I'll fail at Ragnarok? Looks like I need to instill the fear of Hoin Kyoma into this girl. Why does my store attract nothing but weirdos? Damn. Whatever. Whatever, part-timer. Just come inside. Coming! Later, Okabe Rintaro. Suzuha waves and winks at me as she heads inside the store. Wait up, Okarin! Then Mayuri comes down the stairs, passing Suzuha. So you're gonna help me search after all? That's the lab mem spirit. Oh, no, that's not it. I was thinking about buying lunch. Gah. She really is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet. Didn't they just eat like 10 minutes ago? Sorry, I was looking at all the signs. I'm like, signs! Interesting. So where do you plan to go? What to eat? Mayuri places the finger on the bottom. Excuse me. Mayuri places her finger on the bottom lip as though... Mayuri places her finger on her bottom lip in thought as she walks. God damn, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Sambo's beef bowl sounds good. This tiny high school girl truly has guts to enter Sambo alone. That place isn't like the chain restaurants with their colorful menus and brightly lit interiors. First-timers are often cowed by the old-school atmosphere. Plus, the clientele is almost exclusively male, but Mayuri doesn't care. She just sits there, shoulder to shoulder with students and salarymen, smiling as she eats her beef bowl. Meanwhile, the Sambists, regular Sambo customers, are posting comments like, "The goddess has arrived," or "Goddess for the win." Oh. But Sambo isn't open this I want to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. She's gone! Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she has vanished from this world. I look around and see her standing at the distance. She is gazing up at the sky through the buildings. Here we go again. She stopped in the middle of the street so other pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out to the sky as if entranced. And then she freezes in that position. This is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Mayuri says that she's liked looking at Mayuri says she's liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. Her reason is romantic, or perhaps childish. I feel like I can reach the stars. When I asked her about it one day, she smiled and gave me that answer. At first, she only reached out to the night sky, but lately she's been doing it without regard to the time of day. Like now, even when we're walking and talking with somebody, something inside of her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy. It's too early for stars, Mayuri. I walk up to Mayuri and call out to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face. Did you know? Even during the day, the stars are still up there? Getting philosophical is nice and all, but it's dangerous to stop in the middle of the street. Hehe, that's true. Oh, just now. When I was looking at the stars, I decided to have ramen for lunch today. How are ramen and stars even related? Mayuri's mind works in mysterious ways. I know I said I'd search for the IBN 5100, but I have no idea where to start. It's been about an hour in an internet cafe searching for information, but turned up nothing. I buy some mango juice with tapioca from the juice stand inside Yodobashi. I lose myself in thought as I drink it. It's Saturday, so it's starting to get crowded in front of the station. Some maids are distributing leaflets to the people coming out. We had that happen when we were in Akihabara. When my husband and I went to Akihabara, we were using our GPS on our phones and to find Mandrake. And this maid was there, and she thought that my husband wanted to take pictures of her, so she kept trying to push his phone away, and he got really frustrated with her. I thought it was kind of funny. I know Dad is well acquainted with retro PCs, but is there anyone else? Oh yeah, Shining Finger was obsessed with the IBN 5100, wasn't she? I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon, though. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance. Excuse me. But I decide not to bother. I finish my drink and wander towards Chodori. And then an email comes almost as on cue. Hey, Shiny Finger. Will you get back to me already? Moika. It's like she can read my mind. I instinctively scan the area, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her tailing me. Oh well, I guess I'll just send her a reply. I don't know Shining Finger's phone number, so I'll just send an email for the time being. In the email, I ask her to call and include my phone number. Now I just have to wait for her response. She said she doesn't like to... There it is. That was a quick reply. But I asked her to call, so why did she reply by mail? You finally contacted me. I don't like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead. Please, Moika. There's a lot to cover. I'd rather not have to type it all out. I need to find out her phone number. Give me your phone number along with any information you have on the IBM 5100 and send. I look up after finishing my email to see a huge crowd of people in front of the Raidicon. I guess the satellite is still a big deal. The media presence hasn't died down since the day of the crash either. The Raidicon is still closed. And of course the satellite is still there. Not 30 seconds pass before I get a reply. Right as I'm about to look down and read my email, I catch sight of a familiar face in the crowd. Ah! Well, if it isn't my assistant, what are you doing here? Hey, when did I become your assistant? She looks like she'll snap at me, so to dampen her spirit, I go back to checking my email. I don't have anything. How about you? What's wrong with this woman? I told her to tell me her phone number and she just ignored me. And she doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be? Why are you glaring at me? Don't worry about it. You're not the cause of my frustration. Oh, so you're just raging? Don't glare at me. You've glared at me before, haven't you? That's because you kept doing pervy... no. I'm not saying anything. Another one. Tell me the super hacker's address. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean, tell me the super hacker's address? You making fun of me with that music note? You're not getting anything from me. Anyways, why does she need me to send me 2 short consecutive emails? I mean, she might as well just combine them into one. Are the emails you're getting really that unpleasant? They're more unreasonable than unpleasant. I can't quite describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I'm begging you, just gather your thoughts and send everything together. Brink. I feel a little satisfied after sending that email. I turn to Kurisu again. So, Christina, what brings you here? If you're going to call me names, could you at least be consistent? Anyways, my business here doesn't concern you. Why are you pouting? I'm not pouting, I just don't want to get involved in your silly games again. Nonsense. You're already a lab mem. You have a duty to work for the benefit of the lab. Well, she's only a temporary member. No, it's because a temporary member that we need to get as much out of her as we can. I regret losing myself to curiosity back then. Kurisu sighs and looks up at the satellite. We're not alone. Several other people are standing here and looking up. It's Akiba's latest tourist attraction. Did you come to see the satellite? I guess. Doesn't make sense. Normally they calculate satellites' orbits so they burn up in the atmosphere when they fall. How can that thing be in such perfect condition? And that's to say nothing about the huge hole it punched in the building. Are satellites that durable? Where's the satellite from anyway? They still don't know. Rumors say it's from the former Soviet Union, but Russia denies it. So it looks like they can't remove it yet. 3 days have passed and still unknown. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy. So, it's another organization cover-up. They knew I'd be at Raidicon and tried to erase me. Organization? What's that? The organization is the organization. Its formal name is something else, but all those who know of its existence call it the organization out of fear. They rule the world from the shadows, transcending nations with politics, economics, religion, even science in their clutches. That's obviously a crackpot conspiracy theory. Thank you very much. Kurisu hangs her head and blushes for some reason. What's wrong? Nothing. Really, nothing, okay? Say another word and I hit you. Crazy girl. Help tsundere. Anyways, what happened with the phone wave? I thought you didn't want to get involved. It's not the phone wave. It's the phone wave named subject to change. Just answer me. Have you learned anything? No progress. We've tried repeating the experiment, but at present we haven't been able to reproduce the discharge phenomenon or send another email to the past. I see. Another email. Damn you, Shining Finger. I said not to send so many short emails, but she doesn't seem to get it. I can't handle this mail demon. Let's save checking the email for later. You're pompous, but at least you have some manners. What do you mean? I hate people who play with their phones in the middle of a conversation. Ah, so that's why you grabbed my phone when we first met. When we first met? I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. There I was giving my report when you grabbed my phone out of my hand. I shut my mouth before I finish. The events at RaidiCon. The story of what happened back then doesn't mesh with Daru's story. It doesn't mesh with my Yuri's, and now it won't mesh with Kurisu's. So in the end, was that a dream? A hallucination? What do you mean giving your report? No, it's nothing. So, about the phone wave, name subject to change. After the experiment, you screamed something like a time machine. It can't be. Did something awaken a past trauma? No, and don't go making one up either. Back when she was 5 years old, Christina was on the plains of Arkansas when lightning... I wasn't hit by lightning. And I was still living in Japan when I was 5. And why Arkansas? I was trying to imagine tranquil scenery. And the first state to come to mind was Arkansas. The second was Oregon. Not Utah? I mean, relatively speaking, isn't Utah more suitable? Then answer me, Christina. Why did you freak out back then? No reason. I simply didn't want to believe. Fringe science should stay in the realm of fiction. Fringe science? Don't be ridiculous. You saw it with your own eyes. You saw the email leap into the past. You saw the banana travel instantly through space. I saw, but we must be missing something. Or maybe we're just seeing what we want to see. Remember what I said at ATF? Time machines are just a pipe dream given modern technology. And yet a bunch of amateurs like you just stick a phone and a microwave together and expect time travel to occur? Ridiculous. But it did occur. Will you deny what you saw with your own eyes? Are you saying that theory trumps reality? Then I hope you enjoy sophistry? I don't know what that is. And word games, because that's all you'll ever have. What do you mean, word games? Quantum theory, for example. If you ask me, theories like that are nothing but word games. Wait, are you rejecting modern physics? Who do you think you are? Trust what you see. The only things that matter are things that happen. Things that don't happen, things that aren't observed are just hypotheses. When hypotheses pile up, the theories are verified. They become reality. That's how modern physics comes to understand the truth of the universe. But sometimes your hypotheses are mistaken. Even Einstein was wrong about some things. So you're going to do nothing just because you could be wrong? Then enjoy your dirty little lab and your silly gadgets because that's all you'll ever have. You'll never reach the truth that way. Failure teaches success. I see. Nice rebuttal. You've never gotten off your high horse, you're never getting off your high horse, are you? By the way, Christina, I've always felt that physicists are hypocrites. What? There are phenomenons that everyone knows occur in reality, but which physicists refuse to research. What do you think about that? I don't know what to say unless you give me some examples. Ghosts, for instance? The occult? Really? You refuse to research it just because it's the occult? That contradicts what you just said. You'll never reach the truth that way. People have seen ghosts. There's even photographic evidence. So where are those theories? Why do physicists refuse to speak? It's a different field of study. You can't call physics the study of natural phenomena and then decide the same things, some things don't count. True, but... And that's why we must investigate the phenomenon of sending emails to the past. You shall assist me. No. Kurisu gives me a clear-cut answer, along with her usual glare. So the genius girl really does hate me. I won't have a hand in your fringe science. I won't make the same mistake my father did. Your father? You make a fine argument, but it won't work in the scientific community. The day you decide to research time travel is the day you're out of a job. How can you be so certain? Because that's what happened to my father. Kurisu grimaces. My father, a physicist, loved time machines. He was so fascinated by Wells' The Time Machine that he seriously studied time travel. But because of his obsession, he was practically exiled from the scientific community. I will never get involved with time travel research. This time, her sheer force of will gives me pause. I think she's really pissed. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her any angrier, she might seriously hit me. Let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. But what should I say? I'm sorry, I got emotional. She apologizes first. Christina's calm character saves me. Wahaha, don't worry about it. I wanted to test your character, so I made you angry on purpose. Huh? Anyways, the phone wave isn't a time machine. Email is a man-made system, so this phenomenon should be explained in the scope of that system. I understand. I had no idea you hated time machines that much. It's almost like an allergy. I apologize for forcing you to become a lab mem. You don't have to come again. I wasn't planning on it. But no, this Christina. Don't call me Christina. Lab mem number 004 will be a retired number. That number is yours forever. I finished my speech and turned my back to Kurisu. I won't look back. I walk away slowly with my eyes closed. It's kind of hard to walk like this. I hope I don't bump into anyone. Wait, am I even walking straight? You look ridiculous. My shoulders suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backwards. What are you doing? You've ruined my perfectly staged exit scene, and you call yourself my assistant. No, I don't call myself your assistant, and besides, I still have something to ask you. Damn it, her stubbornness has already returned. I asked you about this before, but you said I got stabbed, right? I demand an explanation. And yes, the other real-life phenomenon that has yet to be explained. That was just something I hallucinated. Let's just leave it at that for now. Why would you dream about me? I don't know. And it wasn't a dream. It was a hallucination. You said something about Dr. Nakabachi, didn't you? Dr. Nakabachi held a time machine presentation at IDCon that day. Their presentation was cancelled because of the satellite crash. So it seems, but in my hallucination, the presentation proceeded as planned. Mayuri and I went to see it, and you came over to flirt with me. I don't flirt, especially not with idiots like you. Like I said, it wasn't real, okay? No. Maybe this world isn't what isn't real. That would explain the riddle of the phone wave, name subject to change. If this world is some kind of simulation, then we can disregard the laws of physics. Escapism? That's unexpectedly chicken of you. It's a hypothesis. Your favorite thing. So who stabbed me? Don't tell me it was you. I recall the sight of Kurisu collapsed in a puddle of blood. It sent shivers down my spine. Was it really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood. You were already dead when I got there. I didn't see who did it. I don't get it. Why do I have to die in your mind? You have something against me? Of course not. At that point in time, we had only spoken once. We were just strangers. Well, that one time we talked was during the events, I imagine. So strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was what I had read in the magazine. Anyway, we didn't know each other, and that's why I ran away instead of calling for an ambulance. My hero. What? You want me to go back in time and give you CRP or something? CPR? Sorry, CPR or something? I need to use the phone wave name subject to change for that. I've heard enough. No more hallucinating about me, okay? Dying isn't fun, even if it is in someone else's head. I can't make any guarantees. That would require a perfect 24-hour surveillance inside my brain. You have a comeback for everything, don't you? Kurisu shakes her head in exasperation, then turns and walks off towards the station. Looks like she wants to end the conversation. In revenge for last time I grabbed Kurisu's slender shoulders from behind. Kya! What now? I'm not done talking. You trying to pick a fight? It's revenge for ruining my farewell scene, Christina. You shall regret your thoughtless actions. Okay, fine. What is it? About the IBN 5100. I don't know what you're talking about. If you don't know, then forget about it. Farewell, we will not meet again. I turn my back to Kurisu. This time, I make a perfect... Hey, don't tell me to forget about it. She grabs my arm. Damn it, this is the second time. What is the IBN 5 whatever? IBN 5100 is a retro PC from 1975. I'm looking for one. Yeah? What are you gonna do with it? Looks like she's interested. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl is brimming with curiosity. Interested? Krista quickly averts her eyes, but she doesn't let go of my arm. You're interested, aren't you? Just a little. Then I shall answer. The IBN 5100 is the key to unlocking Saren's most closely guarded secrets. Saren? You mean the Saren? Indeed. Through the tireless efforts of my faithful lab mems, we have uncovered evidence that Saren is researching time travel. Come, be astonished. Great. I shouldn't have asked. Kurisu gives me a cold glare and then lets go and starts walking away. This time she's gone for good. Damn you. Just you watch. I will expose Saren's secrets if it's the last thing I do. Ooh. Let's check this email real quick. You've got mail. Shining finger. Was I being annoying? I'm sorry, but I really need information on the 5100. If you're the only lead I have right now, I'm not relying on you, Okabe-kun. I swear I won't send any more short mails, so please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for an IBN 5100. I promise I'll let you know as soon as I learn anything, so let's work together, okay? Moika. Oops. I wanted the back button. Free. Alright, and on that note, I'm going to leave this episode here. What an interesting interaction we've had with our #1 assistant. our very own personal tsundere Kurisu. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think in the next episode we're gonna like try to actually look for the 5100. Who knows? But if you're enjoying this series and you want to see more from me, then please subscribe to all that YouTube shit. And I'll see you next time.